Welcome to Neota Kids Talent 2014. And I wanted to give it to Giri, the president.
Thank you so much for all parents and kids for your active participation in this event. And I thank you to all my EC team, Vice President Murthy Mehta and Secretary Ramarao Apana and Treasurer Purnima Peruri and Sports Secretary Prasad Muba and of course the man behind the show, Rajiv Malampati and his right hand, Siri Alamanchlit. Thank you so much.
Siddhim dehi me sakala siddhim dehi me Shivasuta Mahaprabhava sakala siddhim dehi me sakala siddhim dehi me.
The first one up is Ram Mallampati.
Jawaharlal Nehru was born on November 14th, 1889. He was born in Allahabad, India. His birthday is celebrated as Children's Day in India. Children addressed him as Chacha Nehru. He is a freedom fighter and was the first Prime Minister of India.
One, Sarayu Gogisetti.
Na Peru Telugu Tali, the mother of all Telugu people.
Shashank Jaladi.
I am Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh is an Indian freedom fighter. He's one of the most influential person of an Indian independence movement.
Next one up, Vinesh Murikinati.
The Vande Mataram. I am Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh is a freedom fighter. Andarki Namaste. My name is Riddhi Raga. Adityaya cha Somaya Mangalaya Budaya cha Guru Sukra Sani Yacha Rahave Ketave. I'm Vagdevi Aicha Vidmahe Kama Rajaya Divahe Tanna Devi Prachodayat.
Yeah, we are going to start the elocution now.
Raghav Khasibatla.
First of all, maybe we can't see, but they have lots of advanced technology, more advanced than Earth's. And with that technology, they could build rockets to fly to Earth, unlike we can't fly to Mars. That's only the beginning of adding on more ideas. Maybe after that, when they fly into our atmosphere, they die automatically because they're not used to how we do things and how we breathe. And also, maybe they could hate us just because of how we look and create an interplanetary war. Everyone close your eyes and think of how it would look like in an interplanetary war. No trees, no nothing. It won't look pretty at all.
Okay, next one up, Ritvik Ayagari.
This is a debatable issue and each has their own perspective. Let me elucidate with an anecdote of Baba Amte, a well-known activist and social worker in India. At a very young age, Baba Amte helped a tremendous amount of lepers. One day, a man came up to him and said, "You are doing so much for the lepers. You are such a good man. Why don't you take 5 minutes off and go to the temple and offer prayers to Lord Narayan?" Amte replied, "Why do I have to go offer prayers to Lord Narayan when I have Lord Narayan come to me and ask me to help him? You may think it is a blasphemous remark, but I submit to you that it is a remark that ought to get us thinking. What I learned from that example was that I need to help selflessly rather than praying for myself to get good grades or have a good day, etc."
Okay, next one up is Sahana Abinagari.
Okay. So what is social networking? An online platform to bring people together located globally. Need not talk much about it, as many here are fans of Facebook, Twitter, etc. However, it is still a point of controversy to decide that social networking is a boon or bane because it has good and bad effects. Some of the reasons why it is considered a boon. 1. Social networking has enabled us to climb the mountains of connectivity so easily, and you all know the best part of it. Connecting to near and dear ones. Sharing ideas through emails, chats, Facebook, etc. Even if they're thousands of miles away. Like I talk to my grandparents through webcam, share pictures with my cousins.
Isha Chakrabarti is up next.
I will start by telling you a little bit about the planet. Channels, valleys, and gullies scar the landscape, suggesting that liquid water could have flown on the surface of Mars in recent times, making some researchers believe that there's water in the cracks and crevices of underground rock. However, there is no proof of liquid water. The atmosphere is thin and cold, consisting mainly carbon dioxide. The average temperature on Mars is negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and there's no magnetic field which protects the planet from harmful radiation. Nevertheless, with the help of science, we may be able to make a man-made environment that includes all of the above, including water, oxygen, a magnetic field, and heat.
Next is Rishita Mortala.
We don't know if there was life on Mars at a point. Scientists think there was once life, but no one knows for sure. The life on Mars can harm humans and go against us, or they can become friends with us and help us. In 2024, Earth is sending people to Mars to start life there. This is one of the biggest space projects ever. We do not have the technology to bring the people back yet. We are sending the people for future purposes. I mean, what if an asteroid or something puts an end to Earth? Or what if the sun's gravitational pull has an effect on Earth and the Earth stops rotating and comes to an end? We need a special way to save the human race. We also need to create an atmosphere on Mars similar to Earth's atmosphere for future generations. And this is the right time to do this. Mars One project has initiated with the main intention to support human life for the next generation.
Next is Rohan Shaikh.
Researchers believe the now dried up lake bed may have supported colonies of microbes, the same type that is found in caves on Earth. They now have reason to believe those life forms emerged about 3.5 billion years ago, right around the same time life was forming here on Earth. The question of whether life existed on Mars can thus be seen as the current chapter of this long adventure of discovering where we fit in the universe. Planets have been found around nearby stars, with perhaps a solar system for every star and so many stars to choose from. The number of potential sites for life is enormous. Is it possible that life on Earth is just one of many cases of life scattered through the universe like flowers in a meadow? Or is life so complex and unlikely that it has originated just once in the universe? It's a big question, and we don't know the answer to it. However, after centuries of speculation, we may be on the verge of a breakthrough.
Next is Sneha Srikanth.
Hi, my name is Sneha Srikanth. Today I will be talking about social media, boon or bane. I chose to do this topic because I do not know a lot about social media and wanted to learn more about it. Social media websites were created so that people could interact with their friends that are close by and far away. It was also created so that you could contact someone very quickly in case there was an emergency. Some examples of social media are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Some people think that social media is a good thing. One reason why they might think this is because it helps people stay connected even if they are 1,000 miles away. It also keeps us up to date with what is going on around the world. Through social media, you can stay connected with friends no matter distance or time. Another reason why it is a good thing is because it gives people the opportunity to connect and share information. An example of this happened last year during Arab Spring in Egypt and Algeria, where social media was used to spread the information to the rest of the world. The protesters used social media websites to come together and overthrow the government.
Is Lasya Kambhampati?
Almost everyone uses social media nowadays. One of the most commonly asked questions today is, are you on Facebook? Or did you check my latest pictures on my profile? In fact, if you find your friend not using any of the popular social networking sites, it seems strange. It only seems to grow stronger and stronger in the future. When Facebook was started in 2004, it only had a few users in its network, mostly Harvard students. Now more than 1 billion people currently use social media. There are many positive things to social media. Many people have friends who they do not meet often. Social media lets them connect with all of their friends, no matter how far away they are. They don't have to worry about losing touch, which strengthens relationships. It is also easier for an artist to be known publicly through social media. Once you post a video, everyone can see it, which increases your popularity. Helps build confidence when there are positive comments to your posts. I'm sure all of us know about the bomb blast that occurred in Mumbai, India. Social media played a big part in the aftermath of the bomb blast. The victims' well-wishers used social media to ask for blood donations, food, accommodations, and other facilities for the victims of the bomb blast, and a large number of people responded. Did you know that health officials use Facebook and Twitter to reach out to the public about disease outbreaks and weather emergencies? Many nonprofit organizations have their fan page through which you can donate or give your services.
Next up is Niti Dupati.
My topic for today is the question, social media, boon or bane? My mom doesn't allow me to get on Facebook, so I am talking about a topic that I don't have much personal experience with. But don't worry, I'm an expert on talking about such things. Let me begin by sharing a quote by Aristotle. He said, "Man is a social animal. Anyone that does not partake of society is either a beast or a god." There are 4 words in the elocution topic: social, media, boon, and bane. Let me look at each as I lay out my case for today's question. First, social. What makes us want to be social? Is it just to hang out with friends? Or is it a much deeper need that all of us have to be part of a community and share with members of our social network? Do we ask if Children's Talent Day is a boon or a bane? Like all of you, of course I think it is a boon. So maybe the question at hand is about the medium. The medium in which this social interaction is taking place is physical.
Sorry, Shreya Dupati.
I suppose many of you expect most speakers to argue for the hands that help. Who can disagree with the power of a helpful hand doing an act of kindness? But that argument would be too easy. So I'm going to be bold and take the contrarian view and argue for the power of prayer. And I hope I can convince you by the end of my talk that noble intent is what should drive all action, including good action. And prayer is a powerful way to create that noble intent behind all good action. Let me begin by sharing a quote by Mahatma Gandhi. He said, "Prayer is not an old woman's idle amusement. Properly understood and applied, it is the most potent instrument of action." So there you have it, the Mahatma himself proposing the idea of prayer as a powerful instrument for action.
Next up is Suraj Dakapagari.
Any act of kindness that we show to a fellow being is more important than praying for them. For example, if someone falls down and hurts themselves, the logical thing to do would be to help them get up rather than kneeling down and praying for them. My objective is that not to discount the value of prayer, but rather emphasize that let prayer be in your heart and service in your hands. Service gives you a direct response. When you render service, you know whether the person is happy or not. On the contrary, you don't know if God is happy or not. A smile is the reward you get for service. Service provided with the right attitude is service to God. My school, being a Catholic school, emphasizes
faith in God. But we also do service projects, like helping the Salvation Army and the Red Cross. Our school knows that God will be happier if we do service than just pray with Him. This means that by helping people, you become closer to God than if you spend your whole life praying to Him. Mother Teresa and Mahatma Gandhi are standing examples who agree with this by showing it in their actions. Mother Teresa highly believed in God, but she realized that she could do more if she helped the community.
Is Lalit Mehta.
My life is also an example of helping hands. Because I can't do stuff small things that you can do easily. Because I can't do them by myself. My parents and my brother help me a lot because they help me go up and down stairs because I can't do that either. My teachers not only help me study, they help me do lots of other things too. My friends, they make sure the game we're playing, I can play, and it's fun for me also. And if I fall, they tell an adult so I can get help to stand up. Even my bus driver at school, he helps to get on and off the bus, so it's easier for me. My classmates carry a chair so I can get up easier because that chair is specially made.
Vedasya Muva.
Here's some pros. You can use social network to communicate with people everywhere. Like you can talk to people from when you were younger. Like my mom, she found her 10th grade best friend on Facebook and started talking. Also, there are times when you can't talk to your friends in any other way than social network because their phone numbers have changed or they're moved away. Like I have 2 friends that moved away. They live in India now, and I just started talking to them using Google+. Another good thing is you can find people with common interests. I myself use Google+, so I'm in this community, it's the Percy Jackson fan club, and so I can talk with many people. Also, you can use it to remind you of things. If you're in your office and you're taking meeting minutes and you forget something, you can just chat with your coworker and see if they can help you figure it out. And if you're in high school and you have a snow day, then some teachers, they post the assignments on Facebook or online, so you can easily figure it out. Another good thing is that it helps public awareness. Like you can post tragedies online. And I know this person who's raising money for a Jump Rope for Heart. She posted it online and didn't say anything, only posted it online, didn't do anything else. And she raised more than $1,000.
We are done with elocution.